Come on, that's all you got? Come on. Order. All right. Al Sapienza, Deborah Rennard. We got them right here. What's up, guys?
Thank you, Johnny.
The only thing I got to say is bravo. Bravo.
Thank you,
guys?
thank you very
so
much.
much. Thank you.
No, before our interview, I just want to say one thing. I'm a little bit jealous. I've been friends with Lou Martini for years. I'm a big fan and a big friend. And I never won an award. But I did have a rash named after me.
The Sapienza? No way. I never heard of that.
I'm only kidding.
The strike, but we're not going to go into that today because you know what? You guys are musicians, so no strike. And
Just keep singing.
how the hell did you guys meet? I mean, tell me the story.
Oh, wow. We met a long time. We actually met in acting class in 1984.
Okay.
And
84.
1984, yeah, a long time ago. I was on Dallas. He hadn't started Sopranos yet. That wasn't until the 90s. And then we lost touch for many years, actually, until sadly, our acting teacher passed away, and we met at the memorial.
Okay.
We exchanged email addresses, and then when I was living in California, in Los Angeles, I moved to New York in 2010. And I told Al, I'm coming to move to New York. And he's like, well, we should get together. And we started singing. We started doing these kind of little charity events here and there. And
Like, how did it start? You just hung out in your apartment, or you just got
no,
together?
karaoke, the karaoke rooms.
Okay, cool.
Private karaoke rooms.
Which I didn't even know existed. These are so much fun. We'd close the place down. We'd sing till 5 in the morning. And then people kept asking us, you know, where's your act? Where's your show? So we created a show.
This acting class you're talking about, when I walked in the door in 1984, we met. She was 24. And George Clooney was in the class, Patrick Swayze was in the class, Ann Archer was in the class, Anna Alicia, who am I missing? This was an incredible class.
Tony Danza,
Tony Danza. There were 99 seats, and
Patrick Swayze.
And she
Get
was
outta here,
already she already was starring on Dallas. She was 24. She got Dallas when she was 20.
And she was the bomb in that room then, right?
Yeah. Her third audition, she gets the #1 show in America, and there's 98 other actors there. Clooney hadn't made it yet. Swayze hadn't done. So he didn't do Dirty Dancing until '87. So she was like working, you know, from the time she was 20.
20 years old. 20 years old, right?
18 years it took me to get The Sopranos. You know, and she was like, so that's how we met. And then later on in 2010, because I was on The Sopranos, like Lou, you know, I'd get invited to charity things all the time, and I'd sing a song or two. And then I said, come with me. Because we would go to these private karaoke rooms where you just sing. It's just
so much fun.
And I was like, you have a gorgeous voice. I forgot. And then we started singing the charities, and like she said, people would ask us, where's your show? And I was like, let's put together a show. So we put together the soundtrack of our lives.
Yeah.
And it's a 60s and 70s review. Our musical director is Barry Manilow's guy, Joey Malati,
wow.
and we just played in Italy 3 weeks ago. We play all over the world.
That's
we
great.
love doing it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what it is? A lot of actors, people don't realize that they're musicians. And like, say, like a guy like you, we've been friends for a while, but I mean, I met you a long time ago on Staten Island in an Italian restaurant, Nico's, with Vinnie Pastore. You remember that?
Yes,
We're looking at 2010, 11.
Yeah.
But it's like...
I was 19 then.
No. Yeah, I was 12 then.
Yeah, right.
But
I wasn't born.
Like Sopranos, Dallas was Dallas, huge show. Sopranos, another huge show. 2 huge shows of 2 different decades.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
to see a guy like you, your character that you played and you sing, like it's like I could sing, you know, and then with you got that Broadway vibe, and then when I always knew you could sing. People don't know what you got until you see it.
That's exactly right.
Right or wrong?
That's right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Like a department store. You don't know what they
yeah.
got till you go and go shopping.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and everybody's shocked. We just did one of those signing events, the Hollywood show,
Okay.
a couple weeks ago in Los Angeles, and people were shocked. I mean, and we sit next to each other, so it's great, you know, because we can tell them about our act. But also, they're like, "Oh my God, Mikey Palmici sings. Sly from Dallas sings."
Yeah.
You know, and it's like thrilling to fans to find out there's a whole nother aspect of this, you know, person that they didn't know.
Now, what about an album? Are you guys you got any originals, or you want to put you record something? I think you should definitely record something,
It's a
put it
great
out
idea.
professionally.
If someone
great
gave,
idea.
you know, it
Paid for
takes
it.
a massive, massive talent to write a good song.
Yeah.
And I do not have that talent. But if someone, I have a lot of friends, if someone came to us and there was a beautiful love song, I'd love to. Can I say something about the strike really quickly? Because Lou was so eloquent, and he really was eloquent. You know, I don't know how to make air conditioning. I don't know how to make a refrigerator.
Yeah.
I have to fly to L.A., but I can't make a jet engine. So I respect the 1% a lot.
Yeah. I
respect the 1%. I'm not part of that 1%. They need to respect us.
Yeah.
And I respect them.
That's right.
I respect them. I can't live without them because, like I said, if there was a catastrophe, I wouldn't know how to make electricity in my house.
Yeah.
So, but they need to realize they're 1%. There's 99% of people that want to have families, that want to live a good life. And for Apple, and I hope you're listening out there, the CEO, you're now a $3 trillion company. Why wouldn't it be a priority for you to have your artistic community in New York and LA healthy and happy? Why would you be happy to, like Lou said, take the image of an extra once and instead of paying them $110 a day, use that image forever and not have an actor? You need to keep the 99% healthy or no one's going to buy your products.
Yeah.
And no one's going to be alive to buy your products. Right. So the greed is ridiculous. Just be fair. Be patriotic, love your communities, love your country, and love your actors. Let us live a life. Let us bring up a couple of kids.
Yeah.
You know?
So, as you said, the 1% it's tough. There's a lot of... Most of the people are starving artists, starving actors, right? It's just unfortunately, and people don't know that hustle and that sacrifice.
And it takes a lot of people to make a show or a movie. Look at the credits.
Yeah.
Like, watch a movie. Don't leave when the movie's over. Watch how many credits there are. Watch how many people it took to put that movie on the screen.
Everybody's gotta work.
Everybody needs to work, and it's only fair to and if you don't pay the actors and the writers a fair wage, like Lou was saying, I'm so sorry, Jesus.
Right.
Like Lou was saying, what's going to happen is the creativity just keeps shrinking. Because everything is derivative of something else. If you start using AI, it's just AI is like a machine.
Yeah.
You're just inputting everything that's already been done before. So everything you're going to get is a variation of everything that's been done before. The potential that we have as human beings, our creativity exceeds that by so much. You're never going to get anything new. It's all going to be the same stuff over and over and over again. So what's going to happen is people are going to lose interest. I mean, it really is self-sabotage.
No, it's sad. It's sad. And especially an actor that hones their craft. I mean, they do the work. Like you say, you got 4 agents, 3 agents. You travel all across the United States, all around to go on an audition. People don't do that because they cry when they don't got work, but you get up and you go. If you don't get the job, you come home. But that's what it takes. That's why you work. And people don't realize it's a lot of work.
I was scolding my little daughter the other day, and I said, hey, take it easy. One day you're going to have a kid of your own. She said, so will you.
Oh, God. You stole that from Rodney Dangerfield.
So what? We're on a show. So what?
So now, listen, we're a little bit over time tonight. We've got a couple more questions before you wrap you up with Deborah. How was it working back in the day? You worked with the Larry Hagman.
With Larry and Patrick and Linda. It was the best. I got to tell you, I don't even know how I got so lucky to get on the #1 show at the age of 20.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And Larry Hagman, I mean, he was my idol. I watched him. I Dream of Jeannie. I grew up watching him. It was just a blast. Everybody was having a great time. If you want to have a good time, be on the #1 show. Because let me tell you, everyone's in a good mood. Everybody knows their job's secure. Everyone's having a good time.
Making money.
In the 10 years I was on that show, there was never one serious rehearsal.
And that's great.
People would just joke around, and then finally Leonard Katzman, the executive producer, okay, I guess we're not having a serious rehearsal. Let's just shoot this thing. But it was great. It was so much fun.
As I said, just like the Sopranos, that's going to be around forever. When Dallas was around when I was a kid, I was running wild. Well, you always know who shot JR, this and that. Everybody watched this. I got to watch this one day when the pandemic was here. I told I watched the whole 13 seasons straight through. About a year and a half it took me to get to them.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
And I watched the spin-off. It was there. And then once Larry Hagman died, it kind of like, that was it.
He was the key. He was totally the key to that show. And interestingly enough, that show was not written for him to be the star of that show. Dallas was originally a modern-day Romeo and Juliet set in Texas.
Get out of here, really?
Yes, with the Ewings and the Barnes fighting. And Pam and Bobby were the central characters. And they had a brother named JR. And what happened was Larry, this is a great story for actors, Larry came in and just took over. And what he was doing was so interesting, being this, you know, the greatest villain you love to hate.
He's great.
Everybody's attention went whoop.
And he became the star of the show.
And he became the star of the show. And the writer started writing for his character. And he became the central character because of that, because of an actor's choices.
Well, listen, both of you, Larry Hagman, James Gandolfini. I mean, come on.
There's no Sopranos without him either.
You know, both of them are going to go down in history. 100 years from now, when we're all dead and buried, they're always going to be watching you guys.
Knock on wood. We were very lucky.
Yeah. Now, listen, where can people find you for your touring, websites, and everything else?
All right. I'm on the I'm not promoting what I'm doing because I did it already.
Yes.
Watch Reacher on Amazon when the strike's over. I'm in the whole second season. I'm in a good movie called The Big George Foreman.
Yes.
Which is around right now. And also, I'm on NCIS on CBS when that gets back rolling. And tell them about our websites and stuff.
Oh, yes. So I have a movie coming out on Hulu called
Yes,
Appendage.
that's right.
Yeah. We have a page on Facebook, Al Sapienza and Deborah Rennard, and then individually, Al has Al Sapienza, Deborah Rennard on Facebook. Okay. Both of us, just our names, Instagram. And we always post our shows. You know, we just did that amazing show that you came to.
Yes, we saw them at the Garden State Arts Center, which is the PNC Banks in Jersey. It was great. Open up for Herman's, right?
For 8,000 people.
8,000 people.
That was excellent.
It was so much fun. 8,000 scenes, 8,000 people.
And you had the band with you.
That
band.
Yeah.
They play in Saturday Night Live. They play at all the Broadway pits.
Yeah.
Those guys are
They're
the
phenomenal.
top, the A-listers.
Phenomenal.
Great.
Listen, I want to have you back in the future before we can get a little more in detail with
Next
everything.
week.
Okay.
Because we got a lot to talk about. You just touched the surface.
You're fun, Johnny. We'll come back.
I love you guys. You know, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming out. Sapienza, Deborah Rennard.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we made it through another night. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so...